Have you ever thought about waking up in your favorite Roblox game? Well, it wouldn't be as fun as you think. You'd be living in a world where physics are optional, everyone is a billionaire, and a giant pig is trying to hit you with a bat. So here are 5 games that you would hate to live in. First, we have 3008. Living in an IKEA sounds great for exactly 2 seconds. You have infinite beds and Swedish meatballs that probably taste like rotten eggs. But that's not that bad until the lights go out. Suddenly, the staff members who are 10 feet tall and have the facial features of a thumb decide that because the store is closed, your life is also closed. Imagine trying to sleep while a faceless man in a striped shirt politely tries to dismantle your house. Also, you're eating meatballs for every single meal. Breakfast, meatballs. Lunch, meatballs. Dinner, meatballs. There's no exit, no sunlight, just the eternal lights and the smell of cheap particle board. If you think you can survive more than a week here, you're crazy. Next, we have Brookhaven. I know not everyone will agree with me on this one, but hear me out. On the surface, it looks like a nice suburb. In reality, it's a town with a 100% crime rate. If you lived here, you'd wake up and find a stranger sleeping on your couch because they role-played breaking in. You go to the bank, it's being blown up. You go to the grocery store, someone is driving a tank through the produce aisle. You can't walk 5 feet without someone trying to adopt you, arrest you, or challenge you to a rich-off with their neon-wrapped supercar. It's a lawless wasteland where the only rule is be as loud as possible. If you still don't consider this as a dangerous game, you can debate with me in my Discord server. Next is natural disaster survival. If you lived here, you'd never be able to breathe. You're just trying to have a conversation and then a volcano erupts. You survive that? Here comes a flash flood. Survived that? A tornado just deleted the floor you're standing on. The buildings are the real problem. They aren't held together by nails or logic, they're held together by hope. One gust of wind and the entire glass office becomes a pile of lethal confetti. You'd spend your whole life sprinting toward a green balloon and praying the sky doesn't turn orange. It's not a game anymore, it's a marathon. But make sure to subscribe if you could survive for a day. Then there's doors. Living in this hotel means you can never just walk down a hallway. You have to stare at the ceiling lights like a paranoid moth. If they flicker, you have 3 seconds to dive into a wardrobe and share a small space with a creature that literally hates you. And the tasks? Imagine having to find 5 hidden books in a massive library while a giant blind meat curtain listens to your pulse. I'm not solving a college-level puzzle just to get to open door. The hospitality is 0 stars. I'd definitely not survive. Piggy is arguably the most frustrating apocalypse ever. It's not the infection that would get you, it's the locks. Why do I need a red key to open a shed, to find a wrench, to unscrew a vent, to get a carrot to give to a pony, just to get a hammer? If I lived in this world, I'd be caught by the monster immediately. Plus, your neighbors are all 6-foot-tall animals with glowing eyes carrying literal AK-47s. There's no way I'm surviving. Then there's Evade. Living here means your life is a constant, never-ending game of tag. Except the person who is a giant floating image of a meme that blasts audio at 200% volume. You can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't sit down. The sky is permanently pitch black, and the only warning you get that you're about to die is the faint, muffled sound of a SpongeBob audio track getting rapidly louder. You spend your entire life doing tactical slides around corners and throwing down sodas just to run 5% faster. If you get caught, you don't even get a dignified exit. You just lie on the floor in a ragdoll state, praying that a guy carrying a glowing nightclub sign revives you before the angry Muncie PNG slides back around the corner. It's sensory overload in the worst way possible. Finally, let's talk about slap battles. Imagine living on a series of floating islands in the middle of a literal void. There is no infrastructure, no houses, no civilization, just a giant arena where the only law of physics is momentum. If you lived here, you wouldn't have hobbies. Your entire day would just consist of getting slapped by people wearing giant glowing gloves. One guy has a glove that freezes you in ice. Another guy has a glove that literally summons a black hole. You're just trying to enjoy the view. And suddenly, someone wearing a glove called the Flex slaps you so hard you get launched into outer space at 80 miles an hour. There's no talking it out, there's no diplomacy, just the eternal sound of smack cave followed by a long fall into the abyss. So yeah, Roblox is fun when you can alt-tab out of it. If you're actually stuck there. You're either getting chased by a faceless IKEA worker or you're stuck looking for a blue key for the rest of eternity. Stick to the real world. The physics are more reliable. Drop a comment and let me know which game would break your spirit the fastest.